Guest, Brent Hyatt, and this is an exclusive interview. Travis Alexander's former roommate. We thank you so much for joining us, Brent. Let's cut right to the extraordinary story you have to tell about. We've just been playing tape of Jodi lying through her teeth. We know because she's admitted now she killed him, and we're just all astounded at how effectively and how convincingly she lies. She called you the very day or the night that Travis Alexander, your dear friend's body, was found. Tell us about that conversation.
Well, it was, I guess you could say it was interesting. I mean, at the time, I was one of the ones that kind of broke the news to a lot of the people. And so everyone was asking, and she was kind of a common one. She actually called me a couple times, several times, left me voicemail messages, and she sounded really frantic on the phone. I showed the voicemail messages to the detectives. They advised me not to answer. At the end of the night, I did talk to her, and I did. I just felt I would feel like a horrible person if it came out that it wasn't her, and that I was denying her the information, that her. That her former boyfriend was dead. So it was an interesting experience for me.
Information? Yeah. The conversation you had, what was her affect? Did she sound like she knew what had happened? I mean, now that you look back in retrospect, knowing that she's the one who, by her own admissions, killed him. Go ahead.
It's hard to. It's a kind of a tough pill to swallow because at the time she sounded very innocent. I was definitely torn. I was told that she was a suspect, but it didn't sound like she had done it. She sounded very, kind of shocked that anything might have happened. She wanted to know if everything was okay, if he was okay. She also wanted to know why no one was speaking to her, so and letting her know what was going on. So I guess I was the first one that she got through to, but I was actually surprised that she even had my number, to be honest. I must have given it to her at some point in the past, but it was just kind of a shock to be getting her calls.
Yeah, and just briefly, we hear her putting on her little innocent act with the detectives who aren't buying it. But did you get the sense that she felt like with men she had a way and that she could kind of manipulate them any which way she wanted, like by calling you? She could get you to give her the information she wanted by using that seductive little voice, which I've never been able to use, so that was a bad imitation.
Well, she definitely used emotion to her advantage. I guess I could say that. And she sounded really distraught, really distressed, and I bought it. Not that I necessarily believed or disbelieved, but I wanted to let the evidence come out. I didn't want to make judgments at the time. I didn't want to be the first one to crucify her, I guess. But at the same time, from everything that I had been hearing, I suppose that you could make that case. It was a different side of her that I hadn't seen. To be honest, at the time, all I knew of her was she was really shy, introverted. I mean, she had come to my family's house for dinner with Travis once or twice, and that was, she had still been shy. She didn't really come out of her shell as much. So to hear that much emotion was different for me.